quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
That it's a conflict.
Well, now we have friendly
Maybe the only way to unite this incredibly divided world of ours. They're out there. We better think of how all the differences among people on Earth would seem small if we felt threatened by a space invader. That's the whole theory of independence.
You're right.
Everybody gets together and makes nice, and
you and Bill O'Reilly would be hiding in a bunker together.
They are so close to creating a fake alien invasion, they even have the commercials ready for the U.S. Army for the recruiting of the military. Here you go.
Were you surprised when your daughter enlisted?
Not at all. She's a born leader. I know I've been taking orders from her since she was 5 years old.
So you don't worry about her?
Of course I worry about her. I fought in the war in '96. I know what those things are capable of. But I know what my daughter is capable of. And I know this planet is safer because she's defending it.
They could pull it off. They could definitely pull it off. Right now, they have the technology to mimic the form, fit, and function of extraterrestrial UFOs. They have the technology, absolutely. It's seamless, and you can never tell the difference. If they do have a false flag invasion, they're going to use one of these. This is the Hudson Valley Boomerang. This is 1982 to 1989. Over 25,000 eyewitnesses reported this craft. They can use the saucers, the cigars, the pyramids, the triangles as a united coalition. And that's how they're going to do it. We're
Remember that over Texas?
To 172 feet across for the wingspan, which is the identical wingspan of the B-2 stealth bomber. So the question we need to ask is, was some of that $22.4 billion used on the B-2 poured into this program? It's the exact same time frame. When they power up and when they accelerate, it looks like a spark off a grinding wheel, and you could never know the difference. So if they wanted to hoax an alien invasion, they could do it, and they could do it in a way that's 100% believable.
They started doing all kinds of psychological warfare entrainment of the public by staging hoaxed events, such as cattle mutilations. Oh, it's a flying saucer did that. It's a covert paramilitary program, human. So if you wanted to start indoctrinating people into a false threat from outer space that Werner von Braun warned us about, you would start staging events that look alien, but that are completely man-made, that are scary, and scare the hell out of people.
UFO encounters are...
People think the chemtrails are about weather modification or HAARP or weaponry. In actuality, barium and aluminum that is being sprayed, it's fine. They know those are the two elements because those are the two elements found where they complain about the contrails turning into clouds. The barium and aluminum oxide has increased 600 times normal in those areas. Those two were requested in the 70s by the Army PSYOPs for holographic imaging to be used in warfare. And the request was, how do you break them down into small enough particles for them to be put in the atmosphere? Well, they figured out how to do it. When I ran through the University of Louisiana, Lafayette, their physics and their engineering department, what would be the biggest use of the most, what would be the most gain, or what use would it be if those two elements were put in the atmosphere? What would be the best use for them? And they both came up with holographic imaging. They checked out HARP. I threw at them a few other things. They came up with holographic imaging as a backdrop. And right after that, we started seeing the spirals. And if you notice, the spirals were in every country, not just one country, every country. Here's one over. This is a hologram that was over the Holy Land, right next to the dome of the Muslims' dome. And if you notice now of California and rocket launches, all rocket launches look completely crazy. They never look like they did before. Why? Because the atmosphere has been changed and the exhaust does not look the same anymore. They're getting ready for that false flag event that Werner von Braun, before he died of cancer, he told this one lady about the last card that the deep state, you gotta remember, he designed the Saturn V to go into space, but he knew that they had, since 1955 or before, other ways of getting in out of the atmosphere, but they were keeping it secret. He was a Nazi. He was from Germany. His rockets, were for weapons. His wasn't for outer space. His rockets were used as weapons. They couldn't weaponize the other designs of flying craft because their systems didn't work with normal weapons. It doesn't. A craft of that technology that runs on 0-point energy cannot use machine guns, cannons, or even missiles. It doesn't work that way. Particle beam weapons had to be developed to make a anti-gravity craft work. See, over China even, all these countries that you think are our enemies, they're not. They're not. That's just a game that these countries have been playing. It's just a game that they have been playing. The deep state, the international bankers, the people that control the economies, the oil, big oil. All this is about control of humankind by the elite. They control the oil, they control the coal, they control your energy. As long as they control the energy, they stay wealthy. They say if they release a free energy technology, over 5,000 patents have been seized by the national security state. 5,000 patents national security has seized on energy devices that require no fuel at all. The things that run on water, run on other than fossil fuels, which are not fossils. They actually, the lubricants, the earth, that were in the earth to stop the plates from causing so much damage when they shift. Now we have earthquakes out the wazoo because of it. But to control us with energy. If everybody had free energy, everything changes for the elite, not for... we're not going to suffer. Mankind's going to grow. Everything that food, the cost of this and that to develop is all based on what fuel costs to make it happen. Free energy means we grow and we survive. Mankind thrives. And we're 100 years behind where we should be. Right now, if they'd have listened to Nikola Tesla, 100 years ago, developed that craft you see right there. we'd be with the Jetsons right now.